It is wonderful to see everybody today. Thank you so much for being here today. Eckart Tolle's work brings awareness to the ego and stepping beyond what we think we are to connect to the true essence of the energy of source and divine energy all around us and within us. The foundational message behind the many powerful spiritual ideas and principles of the Book of New Earth is this. When we are able to step beyond the ego and fully connect to high vibration energy of source, that is where the magic happens. This magic can be all kinds of wonderful things. It can be that deep feeling of peace inside of our hearts and minds. It can be the feeling of being completely connected and supported by the universe. The magic can be the tremendous healing inside of our bodies, our hearts, and even our closest relationships. The magic can also be the amazing power of the universe to bring synchronicities and opportunities far beyond what your mind can conceive of in the moment. Or the magic can be the joyful experience of the energy of the divine flowing through your creativity or heart-based service out into the world. What is the magic you most want to embrace in your life? The answer lies in stepping beyond the ego. So what is the ego? The ego is a part of our minds that want to keep us separate from the energy of connection and is focused on being better, having more, and being in complete control of every aspect of the now. The ego is obsessed with time, competition, and judgment. It loves to keep us in a state of distraction and the experience of separateness. The ego does this through the experience of pride, fear, attachment to control, and the experience of pain bodies. Pain bodies are lower vibration energy from the past that exists in our conscious mind. They get created during extremely difficult moments. These past experiences that have involved tremendous hurt, sadness, abandonment, trauma, or neglect. When this old energy is activated during moments of our everyday life, of our lives, it can feel intense and greatly impact our emotions, our thoughts, and our interactions with other people. When these pain bodies hit, we have a choice to either step into presence or let our ego keep us separate by us fully identifying with the pain body. The ego uses pain bodies to keep us separate from our connection to source. And when our ego is running the show and a pain body hits, we experience the moment through the viewpoint of emotional ego. When in this, and our conscious mind gets flooded with the energy of the pain body, when in this place of unawareness, it is super easy to react instead of consciously act within the situation. Healing and shifting these pain bodies can have an amazing impact on everything in our lives, but specifically our interactions with other people. From a metaphysical perspective, we are made of energy, and our energetic field expands out, interacting with our world and is felt and experienced by others. If we have not had the opportunity or awareness to heal our pain bodies, the vibration of those pain bodies stand out and other people can directly feel them. It is how our energy field feels like is often determined whether people want to be close to us or not. So how do you shift the energy of the pain body? Eckart Tolle has some awesome suggestions on ways to do this. The first suggestion is to realize you are experiencing a pain body, and when that old energy first comes up, to stay really present with it. Next, mentally take note that you are separate from the pain body, and it is not you in any way. Third, she suggests to get still and invite conscious presence, high vibration spiritual energy into the moment, and to stay in that energy as long as possible until the pain body subsides. He states that it is in spiritual awareness that the energy of the pain body decreases. And finally, he recommends stepping fully into acceptance, allowing yourself to fully feel any of the feelings that come up in the process with no judgment and without making yourself wrong in any way. There is something that I want to mention that was briefly touched upon in the book that I feel it's really important to expand upon. During this process of shifting the energetic frequency of a pain body, The lower vibrational emotional energy of the past will often come through you to be released, and the intensity and vibration of this energy can often be filled with pain and intense emotions of the original experience. Allowing yourself to fully feel this energy moving through you, but without attaching your conscious mind to it, is so important. And so anchoring your mind in the energy and vibration of source divine energy when these hard emotional moments hit allows the process to resolve quicker and the letting go of this old energy to be more complete. There is an Eckart Tolle quote that reminded me of the process of releasing a pain body and expanding out, connecting to spirit, and allowing the pain body to move through us to be released. The quote states, "Through allowing, you become what you are, vast spaciousness." The quote reminded me that we are not the pain of our past, but the infinite potential of divine source energy that is the truth of who we are.
All right. Oh.
There are a couple things that Eckart Tolle said about pain bodies and triggers that I really loved. The first is that it is impossible to be out of alignment with the universe. What this means is that if you're struggling with a pain body that gets activated often, that is often in your highest and best good in some way. Often intense pain bodies serve as vehicles for us to spiritually awaken and let go of the mental and emotional rhythms and beliefs that are no longer serving us. Also, when pain bodies get activated, especially the really intense one, it provides us the opportunity to fully connect to divine energy and to make our connection to spirit stronger and more resilient. Chapter 7 asks the question, who are you? The ego likes to answer that question with answers that describe our personal content, like our job and personality characteristics, maybe our finances, the state of our health, and what we think and believe. But in this type of mindset, our ego will judge everything in our lives in the moment as good or bad. However, we are so much more than what we see. What allows this type of personal content to be is in the inner space of consciousness. And it is in that inner space of consciousness where the magic resides. Woo. Sometimes life throws up a bunch of chaos to deal with. Maybe it's difficulties in your relationships, finances, maybe a health crisis, or something else that makes you feel worried or ungrounded. When in this energy of chaos or judgment moment, it is difficult to sense the higher order of things. It is then Eckart Tolle recommends getting still. He states, when we get still enough, the noise of our thinking subsides. We are able to become aware of the hidden harmony, here, a sacredness, a higher order, in which everything has its perfect place. The quote reminded me of the spiritual experience of stepping beyond the ego part of our minds and deeply connecting to that peaceful, gentle, high vibration, divine source energy in our lives that often whispers a simple but powerful, gentle message. All is well. Things are exactly as they should be. All is in divine, perfect order. What are the ways that you connect to this sacred energy of source in your life? Is it walking by the ocean or under the big blue sky? Is it playing with a child or hugging a beloved fur baby? Is it flowing with sacred breath during breath work? Or being near your favorite crystals? Or maybe you find that energy in sacred spiritual community. Each of us has our own divine right perfect connection to this energy in the way it guides our lives. One of my favorite analogies that Eckart Tolle used in his book was the description of the experience of looking up at the night sky. He described a stark difference between the objects in space versus the depth and vastness of space beyond. He emphasized that the deep reverence and awe that we feel inside when looking at the night sky is not because we are looking at the planets or stars, but because there is a deep awareness within us that we too are the infinite vastness of space itself. He goes on to say that in order for this state of awe within, something within our own divine stillness recognizes an affinity with the infinite vastness of space. And in doing so, we realize and connect to that vast inner space of consciousness within ourselves. The awe that we are seeing is the infinite awe of us. He closes the chapter with this quote, "God is formless consciousness. It is the essence of who we are." Remember, it is the connection of divine you to the sacred presence that is the magic. How will you express that magic in your life today?